welcome and thank you for having me here on what is a very colourful and exciting evening. And I'm last, so I've brought a video and some pictures so you don't have to listen to me for the whole time. And I was going to say how exciting and pleased I was to be in Sri Lanka, one of my favourite countries, but you beat us in the cricket. So you are not so favourite anymore, slightly reduced. I believe there is a second test that we can resolve the situation. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about IATA, a lot more about the aviation and tourism industry, and I'm going to look at it on a global basis. So we've had the Sri Lanka basis, so I'm going to have a little look on a global basis. And then I'm going to talk about you guys, the graduates, and the industry, and why I think you've made a wise choice and why our industry is so exciting. Aha! Can we play the video, please? I don't have a stick, it's magic.
I am Alexandre de Juniac, Director General and CEO of IATA. I would like to introduce you to aviation, the business of freedom.
Flying is essential. Every day, 11 million people and 140,000 tons of cargo travel by air. Aviation reunites families and loved ones. It opens up a whole world of exploration, knowledge and adventure. It encourages the exchange of ideas, develops markets, links economies. It enriches lives and creates millions of jobs around the globe and carries vital supplies to those in need. For over 7 decades, the International Air Transport Association, IATA, has built the global standards that enable airlines to connect the world. We partner with our member airlines to make flying even safer, more secure and efficient, while committing to the highest standards of sustainability, including halving aviation's carbon emissions by 2050. Passengers, airlines and agents depend on our financial systems to buy and sell tickets globally, while our standards for e-tickets, web check-in, airport kiosks and other self-service conveniences save travelers time and put them in control of their journey. We are a strong voice for sustaining the benefits of aviation through smarter regulation, fairer taxation, cost-efficient infrastructure, and borders that are open to people and trade. Aviation is the business of freedom, and over the next 2 decades, demand for the freedom to fly will double. Our mission is to prepare for that future by representing, leading, and serving the airline industry, to make flying safer, more efficient, and sustainable, and help our members connect and enrich the world.
So that's a little bit about IATA and what we do. So we were founded in 1945. We're owned by the airlines. We've got about 290 members and covers around 86, I think it is, % of the world's scheduled air traffic. I don't know what to do. Next. So yeah, in terms of IATA training, we started that in 1972. We've trained over 1 million people. So you're in good company, and last year, a lot of you are graduating from last year, you were part of the 102,000 plus students and aviation professionals who are trained by IATA. And we train you to those global standards. That's exactly why we do training. And here's some of the global figures. We heard some of them yesterday. 12 million passengers a day last year, over 104,000 flights, and $18.2 billion of goods traveling by air every day. We are a huge industry, right? Now, you can't really see this slide, but we predict in IATA, part of our job is to predict what will be the travel demand over the next 20 years. We have 3 lines. So we have a blue line is kind of if we stay the same. The pink line is if everyone really has the freedom to fly. We remove any barriers, we remove entry, everyone can fly. And the red line at the bottom is if Mr. Trump carries on his way. That's when we have less growth and slightly more protectionism, right? But even if you look at that red line, in the next 20 years, the numbers of people traveling is going to double. That is massive, massive numbers of people that will start flying. We then look out, and you can see on the right-hand side where the big markets will be. And this is where it's great news for us in Asia Pacific. The growth in travel is going to be driven by Asia Pacific. It's coming from this region of the world. It is no longer Europe, and it is no longer the USA. So if you look at the top 10 markets that we predict in 2038, India comes up to be third. Indonesia appears from virtually nowhere to be fourth. And then we have Japan, and at the bottom we have Thailand coming as well. So the big aviation markets are in this region. Here's one of these trendy slides that people do for you young people, right? Big names. So you can see there's Sri Lanka, India, China. The growth is going to be from this region. So we are in a good spot, I think. Globally, 2.5 million new jobs. Almost 800,000 pilots, 750 maintenance technicians, and almost 900,000 cabin crew. That's just for the airlines. That's not the airports, the ground handlers, the hotels, the tourism operators. So we're in a good spot, but we have a few problems. We are going to have, particularly in this region, a shortage of aviation professionals. So that's good for you. You are going to be in demand. We also think in this region we'll have some challenges with infrastructure. We are not going to have sufficiently large enough and sufficiently efficient enough airports to handle the growth. So a few problems, but that's generally where we are. The message with that is you've made the right choice in terms of a career, particularly in this region. And I think as we heard before, it's now up to you to make the most of that career. So when I was coming, I thought, I'm not going to tell you how many years I've been in the industry like these others, but I've been around a while. And I thought, you know what, on a Sunday night, I still don't mind going to work on Monday. I wouldn't say I look forward to it every Monday, but I like going to work. So I thought, what is it about aviation that makes you like going to work? I don't know, maybe bankers like going to work, or accountants, I don't know, but I still like going to work. So I came up with a few reasons, and I thought I might share them with you. I think the first one is, by default, our business is global. So I'm from New Zealand. We're a few islands at the really bottom of the earth. And you guys are from Sri Lanka, pretty much an island nation, right? So the minute you step on an aircraft in either of our countries, you are pretty much going international. And what does that mean? I think there's two parts. You get to see different cultures and different races around the world, right? More than other people will get to see. Even if they're coming here, you'll get to interact with them. That exposes you to different ways of doing things, different ways of thinking, and some pretty exciting information. So that's the first part. Global, you get to see global culture and different cultures. And then the second part, I think, is for you as individuals, what does that mean? And if you look at me, I grew up in a city much smaller than this. There were 40,000 people, and my university town wasn't much bigger. But here I am now. I've worked in 6 countries in this industry. I live in Singapore and manage a team of 6 nationalities. And in the IATA office in Singapore, we've got 28 or 29 different nationalities. So I work all over the place. I work with lots of people, and it's fun. That's what makes it fun. And I also get to travel. So this week, Sri Lanka, next week, Myanmar, then where's the next cricket game? Anyway, don't tell my wife. So the next one is that the industry is fast-moving and unpredictable. So that's what I like about the job. You come to do your job, and I think no matter which part of travel and tourism, and you never know what will happen during the day. So that keeps you interested as well. And part of that is because it's a people industry. Travel and tourism, doesn't matter where you are, you're interacting with people. So never forget that, and I think we heard about it before. It's all about service. And if you can give good service, you will go far. Lastly, I think, as the video says it all, we connect the world and enrich the world. And don't forget the importance of that. But you know, there's lots of people that are looking at their own countries, have their own problems, but we have a chance to be global citizens to connect the world and to help get that message out. Never underestimate that. So that's why I love the industry, and I've stayed in it for so long. Truly global, it's fun, and you get to meet lots and lots of people. So I think my message to you as you graduate today, let some old guy on the stage give you a few pieces of advice. So I think the first thing is secure your international qualifications. Bingo, tick that box, you've just done it. Well done, because that stands you in good stead around the world for working in travel and tourism. When you go out, learn from those around you as well. So some of us old people can teach you a few things, but then I say don't be afraid to question us. Maybe we've been around a bit long. Maybe you've got some new fangled technology that you know how to use. So don't be afraid to bring that information when you come to the workforce. Be flexible. Try different jobs. Try different countries. Try a different industry if you want to. The more flexible you are, the more opportunities that will open in your career path for you. Write and speak well. That's my pet topic. Amazing how many people cannot write well. Don't forget that we're a people business and you'll always be interacting with people. So that's it. Congratulations on your graduation today. Welcome to the industry. I think it's the best industry in the world. Welcome to the start of your professional adventure as well. And welcome to jobs that are going to take you around the world in your lifetime. So well done, congratulations, and enjoy yourselves.